I'm in Bernal Heights, San Francisco at the New Wheel electric bike shop. These guys have awesome stuff. They're probably one of the country's like preeminent electric bike shops because they're right in the heart of San Francisco. California has a lot of cool brands, and this area actually, Xtracycle. You can see the new Edge Runner, like Bosch powered cargo bike, very cool. Stromer ST2. There are a lot of hills around here, so they need extra strong bikes, and they get to test a lot of stuff. So that's Brett Thurber. How's it going, Brett?
It's going.
And you're one of the founding partners at the New Wheel, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay, sweet. So how long have you been around? Can you give me a quick background?
We've been around for 5 years.
5 years, wow.
We started in, what was 5 years ago? 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
2010, out of our apartment in Oakland, and then we moved to the city, and now we're in Bernal Heights.
Moving up, man. That's awesome. And I noticed that you've got just a ton of bikes like being repaired, or what's going on?
Yeah, we're a full service bike shop. So we work on all bikes.
Okay.
But we specialize in electric bikes.
Clearly. And they've got just amazing selection here.
Yeah, it's kind of in disorder right now, and I apologize. We're after closing, and it was kind of a hectic day.
That's nice not to be, we don't have too many interruptions here. I was actually out testing the Ohm bikes, and you've got Kalkhoff, and you've had Focus in the past, and Faraday, they're right around the corner. I'm actually staying at Adam's apartment tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I was saying, this is totally the place to be for new technology. And you actually have a customer in here right now. How's it going?
I'm good.
So you have, it looks like the Stromer ST2, and I heard earlier you were saying something about going on this big 100-mile adventure or something?
Well, actually, I'm riding up to Portland.
Riding up to Portland?
It's about 700 miles to get up there. I use Google Maps to kind of guide me as I go.
Right.
And take about 6 days and go hang out with some family.
So did you get this bike here?
Yep.
From these guys? What have you done differently to make this Portland ready,
Well, I've been biking in the city for a long time, and so a lot of things I like to pay attention to, like the pedals.
Okay.
You want to have really good contact with your pedals, and just because the pressure and everything else there. You don't want to be locked in, because if you eat it, you don't want to be attached to your bike.
Yeah.
So that's kind of big. Got the new grips. That's just to have something a little bit nicer there.
Ori? Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And so then I got the saddlebags with the 3M reflective material put into it so people can see.
Want to be noticed?
Yes, and then reflective tape everywhere. And I'm thinking about getting reflective paint job on it.
Wow.
Because again, if people see you, they tend to not hit you.
That's true. And then this lock, what is that? It's one of those link locks or something?
Yeah, it's one. Actually, he can explain it better. But basically, you pull it apart, and it's flexible, and so it still gives you the same security of the U-lock, but it's a little bit easier to get around things.
Sweet.
So.
Well, this is awesome. Definitely hardcore. Yeah. You guys have tons of accessories, Brett. Every time I come in, it's premium stuff, awesome locks. I imagine in San Francisco, there's probably some bike theft occasionally.
Lots.
Have you had bikes stolen?
I've had my bike stripped, stolen.
Oh.
It's the second to the last time, the guy was actually so professional. I was impressed. He didn't mess up the frame.
Yeah.
And he just took everything of value, but left the seat, because that was the only thing on my bike that was worth nothing.
Wow. Bummer.
But you got to be careful. So you want to definitely
Good locks.
Good locks. Any tips, call outs? If you're going to get a lock for a $6,000 bike?
You better, the rule of thumb is 10% of the value of the bike you should spend on some sort of locking system.
Really? It's a $600 lock? Is that?
Well, there's nothing like that.
Wait, am I doing this right? $6,000.
You're doing it right. Well, the good thing about this bike is you've got the lock, but then you've got the anti-theft system that actually is really effective.
Can you explain that real quick for the ST2 from Stromer?
So for the ST2, you basically arm it by hitting a lock button on the screen.
Yeah.
And when it's armed, if someone rolls away with it, it will send you an alert to your phone.
Oh.
And then your phone will tell you it's stolen. The bike will give its coordinates every 10 minutes.
Oh.
And the rear wheel locks up.
Okay.
So whoever's riding it is going to feel things being a lot more difficult all of a sudden.
Is that just when you get close, or do you activate that?
No. It's automatic if you've armed it in this lock mode. After 50 feet, it just goes into this theft mode automatically.
Oh.
And the lights flash and it says theft on the screen. So
wow.
It's the hardest bike to steal. If you forget to put the lock mode in and you come and your bike's disappeared, you can hit it on your cell phone. You can say enable theft mode, and then it skips the whole lock mode.
Is there a shock mode where the thief is riding and they tumble up? Not yet. Okay, well.
But it's pretty shocking. If you try to ride this bike in theft, have you tried it to ride it in theft mode?
I think I've done like, does that one have regen? I may be thinking of.
It does have regen.
Okay.
But in theft mode, it's beyond regen because it does regen in this really jerky way that makes it
just ridiculous,
impossible to ride.
Sweet.
So if you're even in the lowest gear, if it just gave you regen, it wouldn't be enough. But because it's like off and on, it's really impossible.
Very disruptive.
Very disruptive.
You guys are hardcore. That was my big takeaway. Like whenever I come, I'm impressed with all the accessories and all the different models and the relationships that you guys forged with companies. Like out of Europe, you were one of the first stores to carry the Kalkhoff and Focus bikes.
Yeah.
And they're really, really good stuff. So, and then of course you have bread.
Danish rye bread.
You're not too hardcore for Danish rye bread. I really appreciate that.
It's a power bar replacement. It's solid. It's heavier than a power bar.
You can throw that at someone, I suppose, if there's
if they steal your bike.
if it gets out of control. What I see, like your tune-ups and stuff. Do you want to give me the address real quick and maybe your website so people get more info?
Yeah, you can learn all about the bikes we sell at newwheel.net.
Cool.
And then our address is 420 Cortland Avenue. We're open every day, 11 to 7. What else?
And then Karen,
she's
the other co-founder. She's not here tonight. She's with her friend, right?
She's with her friends.
Okay, next time.
Yeah, next
She's
time.
really cool.
So Karen, and then we've got a full staff. So if we're not here, there's other good people to help you. So.
I'm sure. Awesome. Well, Brett, thank you so much, and great. It's awesome to hear your little story about the bike because. I hope you have a safe trip. That's really hardcore. And helmets, you said.
Yes.
Get a good helmet.
Helmets are critical.
Sweet. Cheers, guys.
More hardcore because he just got the bike like 3 days ago.
It's going to be a good learning opportunity, right?
So we told him he had to come in for his 100-mile tune-up like before he left on the trip.
Did you guys have the reflective tape, Brett?
No, unfortunately, Aaron brought that to our attention. I think we have had reflective tape, but I like this stuff better.
Yeah, this is just to call it out. It's hard to see probably on the video, but like it's black tape, so the bike still looks mean and awesome, but it reflects. And so all these tubing pieces have reflective stuff, and you've got like an awesome kickstand, and you did all this stuff, like kind of upgraded it with them.
Some of the cool thing about this bike is we like upgrading bikes, but it's also nice when the bikes actually just come thoughtfully put together from the factory.
Yeah.
And this bike comes like almost. All the light kits and the racks and fenders, everything is set to go. So the main upgrade, the pedals are fantastic from Speedplay, and they're serviceable, they have a really long life.
What are those set screws in them?
For grip. And they're replaceable too, so you can, as you wear them down, you can replace them.
Sweet.
And the grips are changed out, and the lock is crucial, and the way that these Addis locks fit on the bike is really nice.
Yeah,
but
it's just
besides
right
that, it's a Stromer ST2. So.
And the bag thing you mentioned, it clips right onto the rack.
The Ortlieb bags are fantastic because it just mounts right onto the rack, and it's quick release off and on. And Ortlieb has the best hardware, bike mounting hardware in the industry. It's just smart and solid and doesn't break.
They're gonna love you for that.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. These are them, right? Or no, these are.
That's Abbas.
These are Abbas locks. Okay, Abbas.
Ortlieb.
And then Ortlieb bags here. I'm getting all turned around. There's all kinds of fun stuff to look at here. So just, come on in, check it out sometime. Thanks for the tour.
Yeah, totally.
Cheers.